Looks like Buffett is at it again, buying $80 million of this stock. Let's go ahead and break it down. Guys, Warren Buffett just invested over $80 million into the stock, and this is Liberty SiriusXM Group, and this is shortly after an acquisition that they had, or a merger that they had, back in August of 2023. So it says, executed on January 4th. This transaction involved the acquisition of over 1 million shares at a trade price of $29.76. Now, obviously, Warren Buffett is viewed as one of the greatest investors, if not the greatest investor of all time, right? So his main focus is always fundamental analysis. When we look at this at the face value, obviously just on the technical side, it's a consistent descending pattern even on the day chart. Lower highs, lower lows, but ever since, again, that acquisition from lows of $22, this article states that it's up 28%. And I want to show you this. You let me know in the comment section what you think. Very quickly, this acquisition has elevated the firm's position into the company of 0.2% of its overall portfolio, reflecting a 6.52% ownership stake in Liberty Series as a company, right? One thing that I want you to be aware of is it says, okay, so since its purchase and since its merger and rebranding in August, this stock has gained 28%. The reason I don't see that to be super fair is obviously anything gaining 28% sounds absolutely insane. As of right now, it's up over 32%. But when it was at 20, when it was in August, it was at $22 per share. The reason is because it had a significant drop from 32 all the way to lows of 22, and it was at 52-week lows. So that's like me trying to hype up a stock that just hit 52-week lows and obviously, it's either a dead cat bounce or has this consistent descending pattern and it's rallied. And it's like, yes, oh, great. It's up 20, 30%. But guess what? It's still a consistent descending pattern that has been forming lower highs and lower lows since its previous highs. So I don't necessarily see the value of, okay, it bounced here. It also bounced earlier, right, within 2023, and then it moved up to the moving average, which then ultimately ended up getting rejected and then sold right back off. So are we going to say that in, March of 2023, that it gained, 20, 30%, and then it gave back, 40% of whatever it is that it made? I mean, that comment just necessarily didn't make sense to me. According to this LSXMA stock analysis, they get into, according to TradingView, this thing is considered a strong buy, and with a comprehensive evaluation, these indicators assign a strong buy rating at 16. You let me know what you think, right? Obviously, I would say the most credible thing when it comes down to this, and again, it's LSXMA or LSXMK, pretty much the same crap. It's a consistent descending pattern. When you look at this on the week chart, you can see that overall descending resistance, the lower lows, lower highs. And when it hit lows of $22, I mean, yes, I would say because of a merger and rebranding, maybe this is why Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of all time, is seeing more value in something like Liberty Media. But ultimately, I don't think it's, fair to state, okay, we're at 52-week lows, we've bounced from here, we're up 28%. If we want to make that comment that, okay, in the past 4 months, it's up 28%, let's also talk about how it's down 50% year over year, right? And I think that's a great perspective to put, is like, you can try to twist anything to make it look good when ultimately it's still a descending stock based off of recent patterns. I do agree that based off of overall patterns from lows to highs, it is a little bit more on the oversold side. So what happens if Warren Buffett is correct, right? What happens if this thing from lows of $20, it goes all the way back up to its previous resistance of 55? Let's talk about best case scenario. 81% ROI is what it offers, and maybe that's what Warren Buffett sees in its near future, right? When looking at this overall big picture, I mean, again, ultimately, it was at all-time lows. He got it nearly close to that previous low. I think his average purchase price was what? $29.76. So not far off all-time lows. It's at $22.01, but now we're trading at $30. My question to you is this a stock that would meet your criteria, or is it too early to tell because of this consistent descending pattern that Well, what if it ends up getting rejected here as it has in the past before, right? We can easily see that there's been a consistent descending pattern. Again, patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't always have to. There could be any reason on why it would break above. And there, at that point, it would make sense to potentially, enter into a position when it's finally doing something that it hasn't done in the past before. But as of right now, at least in my opinion, just on a simple technical analysis, it's very easy to see that it's too early to tell because of that strong descending pattern on the week chart that I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up getting rejected, as right now we're more at a resistance range based off of previous descending patterns than we are at a potential support range. But of course, things can change, and that's why I wanted to film this video, to get different perspectives and different opinions to see if this stock would meet your criteria. And I always find it interesting to get an inside look on what some of the most successful and also what some of the most wealthy investors are doing today. So you guys let me know down in the comment section what you think. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I would love to keep you guys up to date on what different big investors are doing in the market. I also do cover the market every single day, Monday through Friday, as I'm trading it live with my LPP team. I would love to give you access to being able to watch me trade live. I trade live as soon as Monday when the market opens. I'd love to see you there, and it's the second link in the description down below if you want to tune on in. If you have any questions before watching my live session, shoot me a direct message via Discord or via Instagram, and that's the first or third link in the description down below. Also, don't forget our Tesla giveaway is coming to an end, and if you want to enter for your chance to win, that's going to be the fourth link in the description down below. I appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.